What's going on, everyone? This is Tom from Two Guys Talking Toys, and today I want to take a look at something a little bit different. I've wanted to cover a Transformer for a very long time, and this being a great blend of Transformers and actual action figures. This is from a company named Auldey. They have created a line of Transformers that are just straight up action figures, and this particular one is Shattered Glass Soundwave. He's in a little bit of a spin-off of their current line called the Alpha Action Elite series, which the only real difference is that I believe that you specifically know who you're getting, but also they come with a lot of accessories. There is an additional line that they have done where the figures are actually a lot larger than in their normal offering, but I've been very excited about this for a very long time because I love action figures, I love Transformers, and this is a perfect blend of the two. So let's spin this around and you can get a good look at the advertising on this is pretty good. You get the telltale headband from Shattered Glass Soundwave, a little bit of showing off of the articulation on this guy, showing off who else is going to be in the Action Elite Alpha Action Elite series, Prime and Starscream. And I think those are also in the main offerings. They release these in waves of six. So there's three waves out currently. Wave one, I believe, includes Prime and Starscream, but the Elite version of Starscream, I think, has the all the coronation parts. So this looks really cool, and without any further ado, let's get this guy out of here. So right off the bat, you can see what I mean, where he comes with a whole bunch of accessories, plus a little alt mode for his tape deck. And you get Shattered Glass Ravage, you get Shattered Glass Laserbeak, you get their alt modes as well, plus his green bandana, and all that fun stuff. So let's get him out of there and start messing around with him. And here we go, out of the package, fully Shattered Glass Soundwave. And he looks really good. He looks really cool. I love this version of him. But I love the sculpting on him as well. It's very much, it is exactly what you want it to be. It's full on Soundwave. He's got all the detailing that looks correct. He's got the tape deck that opens, which is really awesome. The sculpt on the head is really, really good. I think they did a really good job with that. The front and back. And I know that it is a minor thing. We've come to expect this now because of how far along sculpting and character likeness has come along. But I love that this just it just looks like him. I love that they nailed the proportions. The proportions look really good. The sculpting again, all the little minor details on him look great. And I love it. This is awesome. If you were a fan of Action Masters way back when, this I think this was the step that I was hoping for. This is what I wanted. Hasbro, you broke my heart with that RED line. I was really, really hoping that we'd get a Marvel Legends style series of Transformers, and you gave us those clunky, terrible, terrible wobbly messes. This this is what I was hoping for. This is what I wanted. So real quick, yeah, the trusty ruler. Shattered glass sound wave is about 4.5 inches tall, which isn't too bad. I'm on board for that. That seems about right. This is a decent scale. You can have them on your desk. You can fiddle around with them. You can mess around with them during your day. He fits really well into a display. He doesn't eat up a lot of real estate. He comes with, oh man, look, if you thought Super 7 went overboard with the hands, then Aldi said, hold my energon. You could quite possibly express every single type of emotion with all of these hands. Not bad, but then also it is the elite series, so that's what you're getting. He comes with, and yeah, you already kind of saw this when I opened the packaging, but little cassette versions of Laserbeak and Ravage, which is neat. Laserbeak and Ravage themselves. who are just repaints of the original Laserbeak and Rabbits that come with. You know what? These don't come with Soundwave in the blind box series, which is one downside to the Aldi's Wave. I will give it that. I don't like blind box anything. I hate not knowing what I'm getting. But if you just buy an entire wave, you get everybody. Plus possibly a chase, which is nice. But you get these guys with Shattered Glass Soundwave. You also get his, you know, Shattered Glass. Ravage is very sleepy. Stand up. And even these have, I'm kind of glad that happened. Even he has a pretty decent amount of articulation on him. I mean, it's just the limbs. It's just up and down on the limbs, but that is very neat. Plus the head. The head can also move around and look around, be a happy kitty. These are big. You get the flappy wings and a little head motion. No movement at the neck joint here. Just that. The Soundwave comes with his shoulder cannon, which you could just pop on there, and his trusty gun. One of the 30 hands that he comes with to allow him to hold said cannon. Just need to find it. There we go. And of course, his trusty headband plus a little alt mode version of himself. This is really cool. I appreciate that they sculpted this as a separate piece, so you get a little bit of that windblown look. Make it fit right on top of the dome there, and there you go. Peace and love, loving, sharing, feeling. Shattered Glass Soundwave. So we'll put Laserbeak in his chest. You do have to pull the chest out manually. The button does not work. There's no spring loaded action. That is very cool. And now, of course, I just want more cassette tapes to come out to accompany, right, there would be regular Soundwave or Shattered Glass Soundwave, either or. Do these connect to his forearm? Let's find out. I think they might. Yes, he clips right on. Oh, that's so cool. So this really is just what I wanted. This is the update to the Action Masters that I was hoping we would one day get. This is what I was hoping that our ED line would have been. And Aldi really seems to have knocked it out of the park. I know that there is another company called YOLO Park who also makes Transformer action figures. At least I believe they're action figures. I don't think that they are model kits. There are other companies that make model kits. I believe uh, Flame Toys or Furai Toys. Blockies are amazing, and I do want to cover Blockies at some point. But right now, Aldi's is doing it, man. All that really good detail. So let's go over his articulation real quick. So Shattered Glass Soundwave has, and I think this is what impresses me more than anything else on an action figure this size. Again, this is only 4.5 inches, so he comes with ball and socket joint at the head, so you get pretty decent rotation there. He has, it doesn't feel like it's a full on ab crunch, but there is something going on in the torso that is allowing for motion that is above the waist. In addition to that, there is a swivel at the waist, so you can get a little bit more motion if you want. Butterfly joints are in the shoulder. That is crazy to me on again on a 4.5 inch action figure. You have a socket joint for the shoulder that allows for full range of motion. Swivel at the upper upper arm. You've got a bend at the elbow. Uh, they are not double jointed, but I really don't think it needs it. You have a swivel at the wrist for easy popping on and off of hands. So many hands, and they pop in and out pretty well. I don't. I've never. I haven't run so far. I haven't run into any issues with the hands being a problem or feeling like they're going to break or snap. Of course, it's a smaller figure, so handle with care. But drop down joints in the hip. That is crazy to me. So good. Also, upper thigh swivel. Really good. Hinge at the knee. Pretty deep hinge too. I mean, you can tell from the back that it's kind of set pretty far in there, but you get really good range of motion from that. Very nice. And this is an interesting joint. So on the foot, there is a joint that actually it kind of comes down and springs forward. You get a little bit of toe articulation, not too much. We're not talking early 2000s Marvel Legends, but just a little bit of motion to kind of maybe flesh out a pose that's on the foot if you've got them tilted. But this ankle tilt here, and both an ankle tilt plus there's a socket for even more range of motion, but it comes down and out, and that is fascinating to me. So you get that combined with the drop down hips, and you can get some pretty wild posing out of him. And it looks fluid because of the way that this extends. You don't have to worry about this not laying flat because it will come out and do kind of do what you need it to do. That is really good. That is really cool. I like this a lot. As far as the actual feel of the toy, the plastic is solid quality. I haven't had any issues with the joints being loose. You can, if you're aggressive, you can definitely move those limbs around, but they hold pretty well. I haven't had any problems getting him to hold poses. He has been very solid without too much of an issue. Especially a character like Soundwave, who you're going to have, you're probably going to have Laserbeak attached to him. So you always kind of worry when you have extra accessories like that if they're going to affect the stability of the figure. And no such issues with him. All right, so be careful putting his shoulder cannon on there. It's a little bit tight back here. That clips right on there. But I could see maybe some accidental excessive force leading to potential breakage. Let's swap him out with a holding hand. Wipe out that fist. Give him a little holding hand so you can hold ravage. And let's get a couple of people in here for comparison. So let's take a look at the way he stacks up with Earthrise, Earthrise, Optimus Prime. Alita 1. Good old Tigra. And of course, the selects. I no longer own the original Shattered Glass Soundwave, much to my chagrin, but the selects version does a pretty good job. And I love owning both. I love that, and this is what I was talking about. I love that this figure. It looks great. It's a wonderful figure. I recommend if you can get it, get it. I hope that the newest Soundwave that they come out with, like I want to see this version of him with every Soundwave that comes out. But I also love that this version, the Auldey version, is just a full-on action figure. It looks just like the character it's supposed to be, and he does not have to worry about the limitations that are in there to make. This Soundwave has to turn into a cassette tape, or it has to. I'm sorry, it has to turn into a cassette player. This does not. So you can mess around with the proportions a little bit more. You can fill around with making it look a little bit more dynamic and get that articulation in there that maybe the Soundwave couldn't quite get because they're trying to accomplish two things at the same time. So, at the end of the day, if you are looking for the next step in the evolution of the Action Master in Transformers, I could not more highly recommend getting your hands on some Auldey Transformers. They took the assignment seriously. They did a really, really good job getting the detailing on these correct. The articulation is fantastic. The plastic quality is really good. You get a ton of accessories, and the Elite series, I'm sorry, the Alpha Action Elite series tackles some characters that we may not normally see, like this Shattered Glass Soundwave. They also offer Shattered Glass Megatron, who I will be reviewing at some point in time later. They tackle Optimus Prime and Starscream, but the regular series, just the blind box editions, same thing. They're about 4.5 inches. They look really, really good. The articulation is great. I highly recommend going out and getting them. You can get them on again, I believe Shozi Store, Toy Dojo, Toy Arena. I get mine from AliExpress. They're great value. You get a lot of bang for your buck. Go out and get these action figures. I hope that you have enjoyed this review. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your buddies. The algorithm is not helpful in any way, shape, or form. Follow us on Blue Sky. Our handle is Two Guys Talking Toys. That is the number two. No G after the talking. You can also find us on Instagram. That is 2G Talking Toys. Come with me as I wander through toy stores and try to find something worthwhile. Again, hope you have enjoyed, and till next time, take care, everybody.